The confusion continues with the Charlotte area transit system. Fiery words are being flown back and forth between former leaders and current leaders about who's to blame for the mismanagement of CATS. Queen City News anchor Casey Jones explains why some city leaders say CATS CEO John Lewis is lying.
Some Charlotte City Council members are having a strong reaction to quotes in a published interview with the man who spent 7 years in charge of Charlotte's buses and light rails.
Every time I sat down with him to go through all kinds of different issues or problems, it was always someone else's fault. And I learned that trend over time to where I ended up drawing a conclusion, not quickly, over years of working with him, that he's a habitual liar.
Former CAT CEO John Lewis is quoted in the Charlotte Observer as saying, "There are two things that are the absolute lifeblood of the agency, people and materials. To have that taken away from you and not being controlled really became what's the beginning of the problem." Lewis pointed out specific items he says needed city approval to purchase to keep up bus operations, saying in part, "All of those questions about our ability to deliver service, a lot of it falls back to things I need. I need people, I need parts, and none of those were really under my authority." Lewis stepped down as leader in November 2022. The City Links Blue Line derailed in May of 2022. It was publicly announced in March of 2023. Lewis also faced backlash for his COVID response, staffing shortages, and concerns of operator safety after bus driver Ethan Rivera was shot and killed on the job.
Between us seeing the audits, these problems arising all of a sudden, I think he was within months of being fired. And he saw the writing on the wall and he saw that he was in big trouble. And that's when he decided to depart on his own.
Now, under the leadership of interim CEO Brent Cagle, the management company in charge of hiring operators sent this internal memo, shared exclusively with Queen City News, warning employees service cuts could be on the way because at least 23 drivers are in hot water for attendance. Councilman Bakari serves on a committee currently investigating the agency.
And we're going through the entire world over there. And what we're going to do is not just kind of make sure the things we know have the right remediation plans in place, but I'm confident there's other stuff in there in this culture of non-transparency that he's created that we're going to have to find, we're going to have to fix, and we're going to have to be transparent with the community about it.
Casey Jones, Queen City News.
And Casey reached out to John Lewis today. He responded back saying in part, quote, "People with little to say often compensate by being the loudest voice in the room. Bakari is entitled to his opinion, but he isn't entitled to his own facts. I provided the Observer and Axios with facts and documents to support those facts."